Welcome back, everyone. We're up to Game 3 here between ROOTqxc and Kowi for the Pan Pacific Championships. We are in semi-final time, but this is Game 3, a best-of-5 series, so if QXC can take this one out, it will be very strong moving into the finals to face Moonglade, but Kowi has a very hard road to make it to those finals now. He needs to win 3 in a row. I am Unstable, joined here by Wolf for this one, and so far, QXC has been shutting down Kowi before he can even do anything.
Yeah, you know, Kowi has been going for these builds that completely skip robotics tech, and that's always very risky to do, especially against, you know, cloaked Banshee player, a player who likes to open cloaked Banshees. And we'll have to wait and see if QXC does that a third time. He may very well do that. I feel like Kowi is probably going to change it up a little bit this game, not going to go for skipping that robotics tech. Because if it happens a third game in a row and he gets killed by cloaked Banshees, you know, he'll always remember that. And I would personally be very embarrassed, and I would probably not try. I would try to go for a robotics build the third time after losing the cloaked Banshees twice. Because it's very hard to get that forge up. If you skip the robotics facility, even if you get the forge up, Banshees can just avoid your cannons, and if you make too many cannons, then you're just putting yourself further behind. Nice little probe harass here by Kowi.
Yeah, definitely. So hopefully, like, I think the main problem for Kowi's been that his preferred playstyle is to not go for that robotics tech. It's more for the DTs and more for the Void Rays and Phoenixes. And I have been told recently, just before, that QAC has run into him quite a few times on the ladder. So maybe he does know that kind of thing, and he's just punishing him for those. Because really, it's not hurting QXC to get 1 or 2 cloaked Banshees. So
Yeah.
I think that's what's going on.
Are we going to see a gas steal?
I don't think he has enough. No, he doesn't have enough
like
minerals, and he's actually probably going to lose this probe to SCVs. That's definitely going to be a blow to the ego right there if he does, but does manage to get it away barely.
Yeah, probe's still hanging out in there waiting for that Marine to come out, and he is going to steal that gas. Nope, he decides not to. Then he decides to. Make it up his can't make up his mind, but he does decide to eventually.
Well,
and
this will delay those Banshees. At least it's going to delay the Banshees, if anything else. So, I think it's going to come down to a mind game. Kowi putting in a proxy pylon. I don't think QXC is going to fall for it.
Yeah, he's definitely going to scout it. And I guess the reason why he's doing that is to draw the Marine attention away from it, so that he can keep that assimilator up as long as possible.
Oh my god.
And we do see QXC getting a second barracks. So that is going to mean that he's probably not going to go for cloaked Banshees. If he does, it'll be very delayed.
Yeah, unfortunately for QXC, he did not see this pylon, so Kowi might be able to pull this back with a 4-gate. If he does it correctly, he really needs that Stalker to pop out to kill off this SCV. He is going to he's not chrono boosting warp gate research though. That can be very frustrating.
Yeah, I feel like QXC will go check for it, but you know, like you said, if he doesn't scout it at all, and the 4-gate gets executed properly, could be horrible. And we do see a factory going down for QXC now, though. And he could just do delayed Banshees. I don't think he will, but there's always a possibility. Or he could just do, you know, a very QXC-like thing to do is to get a lot of dropships and do drops all over the place, even in the early game and into the mid-game, to just do drops all over the place. So he could get a starport and do drops. He is making that starport right now. There's also a possibility that he could go for that Raven timing push.
Yeah,
And,
but
you
I
know,
don't think he's going to have time to do that. We are getting some chrono boost down on the warp gate research now. The 4 warp gates are about done. I really think... Oh, no.
Told you he's going to scout it. He's so
great
good
timing
about
on that, too, because Kowi's already committed to the 4 gate. Oh, my God, but he might be able to save it.
Yeah, you know, if he doesn't bring some more Marines over there, 1 Zealot is going to be almost enough. Oh, it's going to be close.
They're all going. Is he going to warp stuff in? I don't think he's going to risk it, because but if he tries to warp stuff in... Though. We do have another pylon at the front. There is a bunker. There's only Marines there, and no any kind of upgrades for them either, so this could actually work.
Yeah, he's going to try to bust his way through here. There's no SCVs to repair. Nicely done by Kowi, forcing his way all the way up the ramp. He's just going to avoid the bunker and try to pick off the SCVs when they're outside, which is actually really easy to do if you have really good micro, which Kowi does, of course, have good micro. He's going to warp more stalkers in the near future. But he's going to actually get surrounded by SCVs here, which is the problem with doing only stalkers when you pressure here. And, you know, QXC probably feeling pretty good. He's also researching Cloak right now. Go figure. And he is going to be making a Banshee in here as well. And he reloads this bunker.
But he is going to be able to take it down. Nice control. Yeah, so he really needs to get some stuff out. The cloak is almost done. This is probably going to be game over for Kowi if he doesn't able to break this now.
He's got a robotics facility going down.
He's ready for that. He did see that starport with the tech lab though, so he's probably going to be ready for it. As long as he can keep up this pressure at the front, it should be okay.
The problem is though that even if he gets that robotics facility up, he's not going to have. He's going to be behind so far as economy goes. QXC is expanding right now, and you know QXC is kind of banking on this not breaking him, but it actually might. And if he can snipe this, oh no, the tech lab is going to be done. The cloak just managed. I was going to say if he sniped the tech lab, would be able to stop cloak Banshee. He's going to take some hits here, but this Banshee is going to be able to cloak, and there's almost nothing Kowi can do to stop that. Gonna warp some more stalkers in, move them forward. Needs to retreat home.
At least right now, he's forcing the cloak from QXC, so he's wasting a lot of energy before he does get back to the main of Kowi. He's got that observer up, so we might be going in to see a normal game that's actually even after the 5-minute mark this time.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of... Kowi did a nice little job there. I liked how he forced his way through the bunker, but probably should have halted unit production at that point. He did kill a few SCVs with the rest of his stalkers. If you look at the unit counting station, you can see 29 probes to 26 SCVs, but QXC, having his expansion up earlier, is going to be able to produce twice the workers that Kowi is going to until Kowi gets his Nexus up. And, you know, this Banshee's going to do a little bit of damage, kills just one probe, and then retreats. So Kowi is prepared for this. They'll make a Twilight Council. That's kind of interesting. Could just try to go for a Blink Stalker pressure after this. I don't think he's going to get charged. He doesn't have any Zealots right now, and against Banshees, you don't really want to have Zealots that much anyways, because they end up being useless against Banshees, and QXC could be transitioning into a 2-port Banshee. He does have that second starport on the way. And that's always a fear that you'll have as a Pro S player when your opponent opens with Banshees. And he is going to do some damage here to this Nexus with this Banshee. Going to cloak it and retreat probably. Knows the observer could very easily arrive.
And as it does right about now, so it looks like Kowi's going to try and get as many hits off as he can. Brings it down to orange health, all red actually. But so far Kowi doing a nice job of actually holding off this Banshee harass. So he's definitely learning how to defend that in this series.
Yeah, you know, he's definitely going to use cloak Banshee practice. You know, when I play on the Korean server, that's what I get. I always deal with builds like QXC is doing right now. It's very frustrating. And here we go, 1 kill. 2 kills on the Banshee. Decloaks. And, you know, there's no Stargate for Kowi, and that's why sometimes you need that Stargate against Banshees, because there's always that, well, hold that thought, another Banshee. Want to pick off some more probes here. This is just so annoying. You need 2 observers to deal with this. And QXC going to send his other Banshee. Oh, he actually does have 2 observers. So, nicely done by Kowi. I didn't think that he did. I was going to say QXC probably going to send a second Banshee, but he didn't. But if you have that Stargate up, you can kill those retreating Banshees. And it's also good against the point defense drones that Ravens drop out, which you often see when your opponent goes for that Tech Lab starport. And so this 2-port Banshee build that QXC is doing is so hard to deal with. And he's probably going to think about pressuring and attacking in the near future as soon as he gets maybe a second Raven or just a few more Banshees out. And he's got, looks like, 4 barracks. He's going to produce mostly Marines to save the gas for those starport units.
And it looks like
and Kowi's actually here. He does have Blink.
Yeah, and he's also placed a cannon at each mineral line, so he will be able to stop anything like that happening. Kowi's Blink Micro is really strong, but I don't know if he can handle this amount of Marines and Marauders at the top of this ramp, but I think he's going to blink right into the natural.
Yeah,
there
I think you're right, and he is.
This is going to be very frustrating
pick off
for
some of these
QXC.
SCVs.
He can also retreat very easily, too, in these positions. Does lose one of the Stalkers straight up, but he wants to try and get as much damage as he can done. There are 3 Banshees there. He really wants to retreat. And he does. So nice exchange there for Kowi. Definitely worth that investment. But you just got to hope that... Oh, no. The Observer is about to get sniped by that Raven being there. That's very frustrating.
Yeah, he's not going to have any way of getting inside now unless he forces some Stalkers up the front. He can always go in the back without an Observer. What he might do is move 1 Stalker up the ramp, take the hit for it, and just bounce the rest of the Stalkers in. But he could just wait for that another observer as well. He does have an observer in his main just kind of sitting there. He is making a robotics bay now. So he's going to do a Colossus transition.